Hello, I am back. Are you ready for why I'm back? I'm back because book 2 is done. No Hope for Yesterday is complete. It is 104,473 words. Now, complete in quotation marks because we know there's going to be edits. There's going to be changes. There's going to be things that I go back and rework. There's a couple of chapters that I'm eyeballing that I'm like, do I keep you? Do I delete you? Do I change you? I'm not sure. A couple of characters that I'm like, you need to be a little more important than you actually are. Or, conversely, I put you there, but did I need you there? I don't know. So, some edits and changes are definitely on the horizon for book 2. But all of the major plot points, all of the big things that need to happen in book 2 have happened in book 2, in the 104,000 words that I have written for book 2. Y'all realize this puts my series word count up at 214,000 words, right? So if we get to book 3 and it's 100,000 words, this trilogy is going to be 300,000 words. That's fine. What I love about book 2 is the end. Not because it's done, but because it worked so much better than I originally thought it would. I had this original idea for a villain reveal, and you weren't supposed to get the villain reveal until book 3. I was going to wait until book 3, and I had this really dramatic idea for the villain reveal. And then as I sat with it, and I ruminated with it, and I wrote the end of book 2, or got to the end, I realized the dramatic reveal wasn't going to work for the character that is the villain. Because the character that is the villain has been mellow throughout book 2. The character has been kind of like, oh yeah, I'm just here. I just exist. I'm just, kind of happy-go-lucky hanging out in the background. I'm just here to, observe and learn and be part of things. And it did not make any sense then for that character to be like, I'm the big bad. It didn't work for the character. So the character gets a very casual reveal, which some people might hate because it feels a little bit anticlimactic, except it totally fits the character. How it's just a conversation, just a, wait, how do you know that? You shouldn't know that. How did you figure that out? Why do you know that? Why are you saying these things? This isn't, oh no, sort of reveal. Which I love because it works for this character. It works for this character's dynamic and relationship with Eaton. And it just fits. But I know I have to go back and do a little bit more work on the villain character who has just hung out in the background and needs to have a little bit more of a limelight before they are revealed as the villain. So, you get the villain reveal in chapter 42 of No Hope for Yesterday. It's chapter 42 of 43. The title is called In Our Midst. So, that is where you get the villain reveal in book 2. It's the very, very end. The only reason there's even one more chapter afterwards is because there was one more event that needed to happen to go into book 3. Same way that No Place Like Tomorrow really could have ended at chapter 45, but I needed 46, 47, 48 to move Hezekiah to where he needed to be to connect into book 2. So, a little bit of that going on. I want to read you guys the last piece of No Hope for Yesterday before I sign off. It doesn't give anything away, but I hope it makes you excited for book 2. Remember, I said book 2 is all about building you an army. Book 2 was fully uphill battle. It is building you the army so that we can walk into book 3 ready. So here's the end of book 2. So now what? Eaton asks. His gaze travels around the conference room, taking in the people present. He'd released his agents back to sleep or prepare for missions, so the group now is just the 10 of them. Now, we do what fate demands of us. Valens meets Eaton's gaze steadily from his place at the opposite head of the table. We go to war. Are we ready for war? We have to be. Okay? Then, let's go to war. And they go to war in book 3. No cure for today. So, I hope you're ready for it. If you haven't read book 1 yet, buy book 1 and read book 1. And then be ready for book 2. Probably going to be next year before I release book 2. I need to let it simmer in my brain for a little while. I need to go back and reread and do my edits and get beta readers and all that stuff. So, it'll be 2025, a release date for book 2. But know that it exists, and know that our lovely little cinnamon roll, Eaton, is going to war. Come join him. Come join me. In a world where, I promise, there is, say it with me, no place like tomorrow.